Hello everybody, this is a grumpy old guy gaming, and we are back with more Uncharted Waters Online. We just ran some of this for the Tuesday night stream, Wifey and myself. And this is actually still Tuesday night. I'm sort of picking up right where we left off there. I sold off some goods in Palma, but I'm still going after my daily bonus quest. And figured since things are going to be a little bit hectic over the next couple days, I'd go ahead, get a capture in today, and post it for Wednesday. I don't believe I'm going to be home long enough for a stream, so entering the Strait of Gibraltar from the Balearic Sea there. And we are making our way to Malaga on the southern coast of Spain here. Got some cargo in Palma, mostly fish and spices. And we'll be trading that along the way as we venture over to Seville. See the moon coming down over the horizon as we approach Malaga. Dock just before sunrise. Into the harbor we go. Smaller town here. Could see our gold up in the upper left corner, my apologies. Well over 11 million. Not a whole ton of money in this game, in fact a rather trivial amount. Sure enough, we can make a profit on fish here, as well as coriander and celery. While we're here, let's pick up some garlic. Garlic's nice and cheap. Pick up some sherry and cinnabar, really. Was not expecting to see cinnabar trading so low. Tarot increases gained experience. I have the World Tarot card active. I had some silver tarot cards in my inventory from God knows what from years ago. Picked up some cattle and coral as well. I'm going to go back to the dock, restock, and shoot our way across the sea here to Ceuta. Grab some provisions. Like to keep my levels at about 200, get that good 33 days going. Just like to keep things topped off and even. Makes me feel better. Time to turn the ship around. Feel free to add that into some glorious stuff on if you so choose. A bit too sharp of an angle there. Whole lot of right clicking to be done here. Just trying to line it up so we get that nice even angle in. Oh yeah, that's just about perfect. Cutting our way across. This again, a fairly beginning area, so a lot of the NPC ships we're passing here with the green and white names, green outline on white letters, are just running little barcas, very tiny vessels. You'll see some smaller trading vessels coming up here too. Yep, there's a little Portuguese fleet we're going to sail right on through as though they were invisible. Thank goodness you don't have to steer around every ship too. Otherwise you'd never be able to dock in Seville. Coming up here. There's Ceuta. Heading in, a little bit of rain falling here. This a Portuguese allied country. Speak to the market keeper. Still can't unload the brandy, but we'll make decent profits on the wine vinegar, the almonds, the garlic, the sherry, the cinnabar, and the cattle, holding on to the coral as well. Let's see what we could pick up here. Some red beans, some barley, some fish. Hazelnuts are getting kind of pricey for me to chance on. Don't want to try the coriander either. Basil, lemon balm, and jute are kind of low. We've already got some coral. I'll take the chance on that. Why not, right? So that's our last minor stop before hitting Seville. Obviously, I don't need to restock every single time. It's just something I feel more comfortable doing. Again, I was brought up on the original Uncharted waters, and that's kind of the thing I was taught to do by my dad. Always make sure your provisions are set. Finally got the right click to work there. Gonna try and angle my mouse click. Oh good, the rain let up so I could look a little easier. I kind of want to angle it right for the middle there, so I'm not running aground on either side, but I want a nice clean press through. Always like following around the turn and get that slow pan shot. Now it levels out, and you'll see the ship starting to leave the dock, pick up a little bit of speed. Not a whole ton. I may be a little close here on the left. I should get a warning. No, I think we're going to clear it. Yeah, there you go. Cleared it beautifully. Coming out just past that Spanish trade fleet and angling our way into Seville. There's our warning on the bottom. You are too close to land. Change course now. Especially with larger ships, you have to worry about that. You will occasionally steer straight into ground if you don't adjust course when asked. Fortunately, we were close enough to Seville we could just get right in. Seville's sort of your starting hub town here. It's where all the action happens early in the game, and first thing we're going to do is head in. We're going to treat our crew, get them feeling better, and we're going to buy a drink for ourselves, get ourselves feeling better. A little bit fatigued from the last quest we did, which I simply did because it was going to Seville, where we were heading to meet up with Wifey. So let's go ahead and grab a drink with Rosario. That made us feel better. Let's grab another drink. Okay, I don't want to push it too... well, maybe one more. There we go. Now we're up to 490. Our crew's still somewhat fatigued. So let's talk to the barkeep, buy a round for the mates. There we go. They're all better. A little bit of gold spent on the happiness of ourselves and our crew, more than worth it. Now let's go ahead and make some of that money back at the market. Fairly certain we can. As you can see, the market here in Seville always crowded. Coral. Gonna make a nice profit on coral here. Already up 4,000 some. Red beans will give us a touch. Barley and fish as well. As you can see, basil trading extremely well. 16.60 a case. That's gonna really up our profits, as well as lemon balm and the jute. Picking up 55 grand on this run. Nice little purchase. Nice little expenditure there to make. Pick up some wine, some mercury ointment, cotton fabric, leather work. It's all cheap in Seville right now. Even pick up the guns, and I usually steer clear of those. I do believe I'm buying out the market, sure. And now let's go to the Adventurers Guildhouse, see if we can't track down that elusive bonus quest. You tend to want to do a bonus quest every day. If you do one a day for the week, you get something a little special. There we go. Bonus quests are the ones here with these little scrolls in them. So this one costs 100. Well, it's going to reward 103,000. But it's talking about Cleopatra the 7th. And it wants me to head to Alexandria, which is a part of the world that tends to get a bit dicey if you're not prepared. Here's one that pays 54,000. Wants you to investigate a superb depiction of Venus by Botticelli, so you have to go to Pisa. Third one they have is the Fame Riding Pegasus all the way up in Nantes. That's 14 thou. And that takes me to a part of the map I haven't been in a very long time, so I think I'll take that. I think that's the bonus quest I will indeed take. I now have until midnight server time to get this done. Which means it's time for me to get my budding gear, because it's already rather late into the evening. I think the server is on Pacific time, so I've got a couple extra hours, but I can't remember for the life of me, and I'd rather play it safe than sorry. Once again, restocking, and on my way I go. Probably make a quick pit stop in Lisbon, Portugal, and then start making my way up the Iberian coast. Hot day today. 10:14 at night and I'm still sweating. More information you definitely didn't ask for. So my character's level's relatively meager. Still working my way to level 40 Adventurer, level 26 in Trade, and level 27 in Battle. I believe these are still like newbie levels as far as this game is concerned. But it's not something I invest heavily in. I don't have the time for it. I don't have the cash for it. It's just something fun to play. The missus, credit to her, this game took off like crazy for her. She's played it solid for 2 years now. Making our way up here. Cut past Triple Q there, who seems to be sort of anchored in place, perhaps doing a little fishing themselves. Passing Sagres, which is an independent city here, where you do a whole bunch of the in-game learning. That's where the Sailors Academy is here in Uncharted Waters Online. And this should be Lisbon right here, if I remember correctly. Sure, I could have just pulled up the map and looked, but what's the fun in that? There you have it, Lisbon, capital of Portugal. Gained a bonus 20% on our adventure experience there. And we're mainly here for the market. We are 100% here for the market. Who am I kidding? Let's go ahead, sell. Still can't do anything with this brandy, but the wine will go, the cotton will go, the guns will go, the mercury will go, and the cannon will go. Did a lot better there than I was planning, and what do you know, price is still relatively low here in Lisbon as well. Gonna skip out on our books, but we'll grab some short swords and some chicken and some cannon shot. Weird that we sold the cannons, but we're buying the cannonballs. But, you know, you got these things. Time to restock. And make our way north. And a sailing we shall go. Nice when the rain lets up just as you leave the harbor. See me adjusting like crazy there. Kind of like this view just over top of the aid ship's sails, and I'm a bit too close to land there, so we'll make one other quick adjustment before I run aground and kill my ship. There we go. Now we can pretty much go straight north from this point, I think. Passing up on some local pirates when you're doing like battle exams and stuff, this is a great place to go because you can take these out in one shot real easy. There goes a graduation frigate. That was like the first ship I had any success with here. There goes a long merchant schooner. Really nice boat there. Super fast. That's what I was thinking of. I was talking to the missus about building ships. We've got a company colony over in the New World in about North Carolina, thereabouts, geographically. And I kept saying clipper ships, and the levels required seemed a little high, and I think I meant schooners, and was just sort of getting it crossed up in my head. Now, as we go further north here, you'll see more industrial towns. When I stop in, I'm skipping these here. Let me pull up the map real quick so I could show you where I'm looking. We're passing Viana de Castello. And we'll probably stop at Gijon there. Pass on Bilbao. Might stop at Bordeaux, but probably not because we're going to Nantes. Or Nantes, or Nantes. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. I'm going with Nantes because it's the simplest. So yeah, we will stop at Gijon and then get rolling. See an interesting fleet there. The flagship is a galley, and then the second ship is a modified Atlantica. So small boat way ahead of a big boat. Of course, we've kind of got that going on with our fleet here. We've got a galleon and a modified clipper. This came, the clipper, as a cash shop gift. That was basically a birthday gift. And then the galleon was one I built myself back in my shipbuilding days. That is a pretty angle there. Got to turn inward, see somebody just zipping along there. It's amazing how fast some of these ships move. You always feel so slow when those fleets move by, just zipping through. Yeah, I think I'll skip Bordeaux, just make a straight shot from here to Nantes. But into Gijon we go. Very small town here. Talk to the market keeper. And hey, we can finally sell our brandy for a profit. Pretty much sell everything but the cannon shot. And we will do so. What can we pick up here? Dried strawberries, some pigs, some ducks, an iron ore, but the iron ore is on the expensive side. It's falling, so if we come back this way, it would be worth a look. But yeah, 132% market value, bit out of my reach at the moment. Don't feel comfortable about making a profit that high up the price there. Got our commodities topped off. You can see we're making a nice little profit as we're sailing along, nearing that 12 million mark. Now angling our way north by northeast. Yeah, I think that's how we want the angle set. Now if I wanted to be very specific, I could actually go ahead and hit surveying here. You could see that little map there comes up. Tells us exactly where we're looking. The fact that I'm perhaps a little too northward for my own good. Just try correcting that course. Of course, the thing is, every time we leave it up and it refreshes, it's gonna drain a little bit of our stamina. So I'm gonna go ahead and cancel that out, just to stay as fresh as possible now that we've made our course known. And now that we've entered the Bay of Biscay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pop open more of this luxury fishing bait that I used on stream, and do a little fishing on the way up for some extra stuff to sell. May not make a ton of money on the fish, but we're getting it for free using items that are just sort of sitting in my inventory, so might as well, right? Pick up some sardines. Hey, some splendid Alfonsino. Does sound splendid, even though I'm not sure what the hell kind of fish that is. More sardines. Very sure what kind of fish that is. We pulling even with Nantes already? Or is that Bordeaux? I think that may be Nantes, actually. Because Bilbao would be right around the bend. Then Bordeaux would be right there. On the little compass thing in the bottom right. Every now and then you'll get like a magnetic anomaly and your compass goes all screwy, and that's when the surveying mini-map really helps. or just knowing your landmarks really well. First time it happened to me, I was like, oh, this is trippy, because I would always sail by the little compass. Yep, there's an ant. In we go. First stop will be the market, because I like to get my trading done before any other business. Oh, turns out this is who we had to talk to anyway. Said he received a shipment of marble too. It's the same place that sent marble to Calais, and the quality is about the same. Apparently the same workshop that worked on the statue in Calais sculpted this one too. It's at the church now and should be on display for a while. Excellent. So we could stop at the church here and check out our statue for our quest. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and make some money. Sell the cannon shot, dried strawberries, pigs, ducks, sardine, and splendid Alfonsino for another $6,000 and change in profit. While we're in Nant, we'll pick up some beef, wheat, skip the sausages, grab some onions, poultry, butter, it's a little high, but I'll take the chance, some fruit brandy, some lilacs, and we'll skip the tweed. Now, off to the church. Could have taken a minor shortcut going over to the port there at the square. Anytime you click on one of these anchors for the port, it will teleport you to that district. That's sort of the district hubs. But honestly, for the time it would have taken to black screen out, black screen in for the teleport and everything, would have worked out to virtually the same time. So here we are in the church. Let's walk a little ways in and try our observe skill. There we could see glowing gold beacon telling us that it's right about here. Now let's go ahead and search. Should be in this area. There you go, the Mercury riding Pegasus. That is our quest complete and our discovery. Also picking up some cultural contributions since I'm in that guild. And back out we go. Time to restock and stop back in Lisbon, where we can turn this quest in, hopefully. Otherwise, it's just a quick hop over to Seville, but I'm pretty sure the barmaid in Lisbon will turn it in for us if we ask nicely and buy a drink. Top off, and away we go. Sitting on 11,897, not a terrible amount there. Quick wave to Statwald, who's anchored out there just outside of Nantes. And past the fleet of Jacques Cartier, who's a French NPC, with some really lovely matching sails on his two other ships. Something fun about it. Both the PCs and the NPC fleets, seeing them move around. I can remember in the original more so watching my dad play, because I would occasionally just play blackjack for him while he was in the can. Make some extra money for him. But I would watch him, seeing the other ships, spying him from a distance with his spyglass, and then coming in close to negotiate or closing the battle with some pirates in the late game. So being able to see the other fleets in real time here is really kind of a cool thing. It is great. The two closest things I play to a functional modern MMO are an MMO that has defied all modern gaming logic and has been around since 2005, and then Fragment, which isn't even an MMO, it's an MORPG because it's not massively, it's just multiplayer, which has been hosted on a private server for a short forever now. This game could be a little resource and time intense, but for the most part, as long as you're not in any PvP areas, yeah, it's a real nice, chill game. I enjoy sailing about, I enjoy doing the trading, and I enjoy the little historic bent on the quests. They do events and things too, but those are more or less geared towards higher level players, and I don't think I'll ever get to a point where I'm high enough in the game to worry about the new and current material. And that's cool. I just enjoy playing where I'm playing. I do know this game has quite a devoted player base. Again, I stopped playing for a little over a year. I played for about a year and a half solid, then I sort of dropped out. And a good number of the names in the chat are still the people who were playing back then, so that is an awesome thing. Sailing, we already passed Bordeaux and Bilbao, we're coming up on Gijon. I think this time we'll pass Gijon and stop at Viana de Castelo just to see what's there, and then make our way to Lisbon. There's a Turkish galley just kind of making its way there. It is Pepsi Man. Big old ship there. Looks like he's surveying. You could also scope out different parts of the map. I've done a few sections. Not too much. But you could see all of these areas in sort of light blue are areas I have sailed not too much of the world at all. And then these very few sections that are all nicely colored in are the areas I've actually stopped and surveyed. I've completed 4 out of 179. As it is, we are currently just passing out of the Bay of Biscay and entering the North Atlantic. Passing Gijon there. So we are right about here. Then we'll be rounding the corner, stopping at Viana de Castelo, passing on Porto, and going to Lisbon. Here comes, oh, Tycoon and a Memorial Trade sloop. Interesting little ship there. I remember the sloops. Nice, fast little boats. Going to sail just past the edge here. There goes that schooner we saw from earlier. Recognized it. Or perhaps it's another one that looks exactly like it, but I'm pretty sure that's the one. Probably out on a quest itself. Making our way on the coast, and you could just see a sort of pillar or tower, and that's Viana de Castello. I believe that is a smokestack, if I'm not mistaken. Top chimney of a factory. Yeah, there it is. Let's go ahead, pop in just as night falls. Get a lovely look at the town all lit up as we dock. Picking up more steering proficiency. Very little here but the marketplace. Got a marketplace, a shopkeeper, and a resident NPC. Let's go ahead and sell some wheat, onions, poultry, butter, fruit brandy, and lilac here. Nice 10 grand pickup. And pick up some wine. Got bergamot here. I do believe seeing bergamot as a fairly rare trade commodity. I forget where at. Maybe Marseille? Either way, I'm not touching it because I can't remember where, and I'm not going to be on super long. Just gonna head into Lisbon, turn in the quest, and that's probably where we'll call it a night. Restocking again. See, we're once again at about 11.9 as far as the cash flow goes. And we're making our way to turn this quest in, which will give us a bit more money. And perhaps we could turn a little more money on these trade goods as we get into Lisbon as well. Now the next town on the compass, that next little tiny white light, is Porto, and we'll be skipping Porto. But we'll be making our way around that little rocky outcropping and making our way into Lisbon there. Entered the Lisbon open sea area. Nice sunny day here. Again, lots of NPC pirates to shoot out of the water if you're doing like battles. I think there's a battle quest where it just pays you for the number of pirates you eliminate in a sea area. And those are really the ships you want to key on, but you get a challenge battle if you sink like 50 of them or so. And that's where you really rack up experience, or if you're me, that's where you get the hell out of there. See some carracks there off to our left. They will be long past us by the time we make this turn. Kind of want to make it on the gentle side so we don't run aground. But you can see the city of Lisbon appearing as we pass. Lots of Portuguese flags on the NPC fleets because this is Portuguese water. And into Lisbon we go. So first things first, we're actually going to stop at the tavern first. I know I typically say the market first, but it's closer, and I don't want to head to the market just to have to warp back for the bar. So into the tavern we go, and we'll want to speak to the barmaid here. We have Christina come up, and you want to build a rapport with the barmaid, so you can go ahead and do this. You just buy some rum, and she will find a sailor heading to Seville and turn our quest in for us. So we get our perception of our artisan, we get our payment, and we've completed our bonus quest for the day. Now again, I missed out on Sunday, so this week's already kind of shot for me. I'm just doing it to keep in habit. But you want to do a bonus quest every single day just to get them done. Now over to the market, sell our goods, and call it an upload. Just the wine, but we're happy with that. Pick up some ham. Again, just skipping the Western books. I believe everything else here is fine. And on that note, I want to thank you for checking this out. This has been a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming. I'm probably going to do these semi-frequently, enough to make a category like Dot Hack Versus, but not so much that I think it's going to be like a multiple uploads every week, or maybe even a weekly upload. This may be a once or twice a month thing. But who knows if it takes off, certainly open to it. Either way, thank you for watching, and we'll see you around.